All right, have fun, guys.
3. All right.
I'll take the play.
Okay.
We played in Modern before, I think.
Yeah. We were playing Borrow. So it was like literally my first game back in years.
Playing Modern.
Welcome to the show.
I have done that before.
All right, on the left side of your screen, we have Reanimator. That would be Dominic, who top-aided Eternal Weekend Legacy in November or December? When the hell was that? I don't know. And then on the other side of the screen, we have Dimir Control. That would be Mario, who's been running Dimir recently and doing well with it. Polluted Delta Pass, ready to go. Here's a Tamio.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna end step. I'm gonna grab an underground scene, attempt to entomb.
Entomb. Here we go. Entomb is resolving.
I have made that mistake before.
Oh, my mistake. Okay, it's not resolving. Force pitching Oculus. Dominic was looking through the deck for the underground sea. My mistake.
Want to do audio? Sure.
Pitched an Oculus. Holy shit, we're cooking.
Okay. We'll bleep that maybe. All right, so the Oculus got a reaction from Dom. Jarvis says it's pretty normal. Jarvis unimpressed. Here's a Ponder for Dominic, who should be at 19. There was a Polluted Delta correct here. We'll see if the players update the phone. You know, doing these streams on a regular basis, we talk about this pretty frequently. The phones with the life counters, great for spectators like yourself watching right now. Not great at actually tracking the life.
Say go.
All right, so we pass back to Mario, who is casting a Ponder of his own. Aviator just gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Aviator. Really appreciate that. 10 now on the channel for Aviator. Really appreciate it. Tamio has attacked. It has made a clue. Is that the OG art clue?
Thoughts got on myself.
Sure.
Thought Scour.
Deck's feeling very modern.
Audrey warning us you put Dom on camera, you either get unhinged commentary or Dom telling their opponent how to beat them. No in between. Yes. Dom makes for some funny moments on stream for sure. All right, so the Tamio should not be flipping, yeah. 2 Bowmasters were dumped. Oh, Tamio is flipping. Wait, 1? Oh, Ponder, Thought Scour, yeah, and then draw for turn. Okay, so Tamio is a Planeswalker. It has 4 loyalty.
I'll attempt to reanimate, targeting your Bowmasters.
Looked like Mario second-guessed himself there. So reanimate, targeting the Bowmaster. The Bowmaster, your Bowmaster plan, in a way. Is that a Pokemon card? What Pokemon even is that? I have no idea.
Okay, let's reanimate.
All right, now reanimate for Mario. Targeting Bowmaster. Force pitching Atraxa. Okay. Okay.
I will plus.
Okay.
And I'll just
Okay, Tamio has +5. Fatal Push on the Bowmaster sends it back to Mario's graveyard where it belongs. Mario is the owner.
Ponder.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Mario's deck has 1 reanimate. As you can see with the Oculus up above and some other stuff we're seeing so far, like Thought Scour, this isn't really a Reanimator deck.
Reanimate your Bowmasters.
All right, reanimate Bowmasters. We're doing that again. Shoot Tamio. Tamio drops down to 4 loyalty. The Orc Army now is a 2/2. It's going to attack Tamio for 1. A little hard to see the die on there. Sorry about that, everybody. The Orc Army is a 2/2. Here is the Abhorrent Oculus. I really like this card. I think this card's really cool. It's getting forced pitching Tamio.
plus.
Okay.
Sorry.
Tamio has plussed. The clue remains past the turn. Tamio does a great job protecting itself. It's going to be hard to ultimate Tamio with a Bowmaster on the other side. Dominic brainstorming now. The Orc army can still attack Tamio and deal 1 damage to it, dropping it down to 4 loyalty. Just going to pass the turn now.
So you reanimate?
Okay.
Pass reanimate.
Okay.
Oculus.
Sure.
Okay, the Reanimate is on the Oculus. Oculus is in. Here's another Tamio Inquisitive Student. AP says people complained about EI, but everyone's just cool with Tamio. Players don't know what they want. You know, AP. Yeah, I think everybody already knows how I feel about this stuff.
And so I could cast the. A lot to think about. Your champion at play.
A lot harder than you said about me.
Dude, I know, right? What a. I like had the.
Problems are lesser if I open a Black Lotus. Yeah.
So it looked like a concession there.
I heard the price was shitty, so obviously I would too.
Yeah, I've heard not great
Yeah.
things, and also it's just like once again.
And you should-
I don't know. Whatever. I wasn't there, so I'm not gonna
Yeah,
get
I
too
don't
involved in
either.
it. But yeah, I did. He did open a Black Lotus afterwards. So
Kerp says I would think On Earth would be a better fit for control. The thing with Reanimate, though, is you could bring stuff out of your opponent's graveyard, which is really neat.
5, 6, 7.
On Earth can be a little sad sometimes.
Surveil.
Undercity Sewer, Surveil, Kaito into the graveyard.
More than one copy.
No, this is PC Mario, the original.
Here is a Thoughtseize from Mario. The hand is revealed. Bowlmaster, Tamio, Animate Dead, Fatal Push, Brainstorm, and the Barrogoyf. The Barrogoyf. Everybody's afraid of the Barrogoyf.
Yeah, I kept the one.
If you've been playing Legacy for the past 6 months or so, you're aware of the power of the Barrogoyf.
And Ocelot.
Very scary.
Cards you keep reading and reading, you're like, wait, where's the downside?
Twitch chat liking taking the Brainstorm here. Hype Train Conductor Aviator suggesting it. The Brainstorm could be a good take here, given that Dominic has no follow-up land. Depends what Mario's holding, I guess.
I don't know your hand, but I know what 2 cards I'd be looking at.
Dominic walking his opponent through the situation. Don't give him the answer, Dominic. Dominic's mind games, maybe.
Play lands. Custom.
I'll take.
Mario weighing his options here. AP saying I'd take Tamio. Twitch chat debating between Tamio and Brainstorm. Mario takes Tamio. We'll see how this works out. Twitch chat a little split on what should have been the take there. It was between Brainstorm and Tamio in my mind. It sounds like Dominic was thinking the same thing. Tamio's gone though. There was a land on top of the deck, which is interesting.
Cast Animate Dead, targeting my Tamio.
Animate Dead on Tamio. Surgical. It's a surgical extraction. I don't know if everybody has the version from Outlaws at Thunder Junction memorized, but Tamio is getting exiled, and Mario's looking through the deck for other copies now. The hand we do about Brainstorm, Fatal Push, Barrogoyf, Bowlmaster remain. Animate Dead is going to go to the trash.
I just like needed my land. I don't know. Maybe I could have played an even longer game.
Okay, Satel claims we have every artwork memorized. You know what, Satel? I don't believe that.
There you go. If you want to cut it.
Sometimes I play a basic land, and players are like, which land is that? Wasteland on the Undercity Sewer. Respecting the power of Surveil. Here's the Brainstorm. We have either Drift coming out in a couple of weeks. I hope they don't bring back the Surveil mechanic, right, everybody? What a big mistake that one was. What other mechanics were mistakes?
Your land. So go.
All right, a Wasteland takes out Mario's Lone Land. All right, Misty Rainforest. Mario's doing okay.
Ponder.
Here's a Ponder for Dominic. Hype Train Conductor Aviator says, I'm going to surveil even harder now. It's Kama says banding. AP says, is anyone else sad that Animate Dead will no longer enchant dead creature? This breaks my immersion and completely ruins the lore. AP overreacting as usual.
Draw. Say go.
AP, just a typical Magic player, completely overreacts to everything. Always upset. Rage tweeting. The whole thing.
Trigger. Yep.
All right, Bowmaster surveilled into the graveyard. Wow, I thought that Bowmaster card was too powerful.
Yep.
All right, cracking a Pluto Delta now as Mario. Daichimpo says love Surveil, hates Saddle.
Strix. Sure.
Draw.
Yep.
Yep.
Draw.
At times, I'm not even sure what parts of this channel are real and which are a joke.
Attempt to reanimate your Bowmasters.
Belful Strix, reanimate your Bowmaster, kill your Belful Strix, bring the Pokemon card back.
Draw.
Yep.
High Train Conductor Aviator asking about horsemanship. You know, I have a cube, and there are a few horsemanship cards, including Rolling Earthquake, and that mechanic is busted.
13. Say go.
Attempt to bounce my Bellmaster.
Brazen Borrower using its Petty Theft Adventure to bounce Bowmaster.
I'm gonna flash in my own Orcish Bowmaster,
Sure.
and I'm gonna shoot the Bowmaster.
Yep.
Say go.
Okay, so Dom making a sweet play here to counter the Petty Theft by flashing in a Bowmaster, targeting his own Bowmaster owned by Mario. Mario's now going to reanimate that same Bowmaster and kill Dominic's Bowmaster. Bowmaster wars are happening.
Cards in hand.
Oh, 4.
So both players have 1/1 Orc armies now. Here's a Brainstorm for Mario. Jarvis says, I'm a big fan of Portal 3 Kingdoms and its reference to Romance of the Three Kingdoms. You know what? The Portal 3 Kingdoms cards are really cool. And I think it's like... Let me think now. There are a bunch of cards from that set that are staples of formats like Commander now. And there are printings of cards that are... There are printings of cards that are like... other versions of cards like Ravages of War and stuff like that. Really cool.
KSR, the artist from Moon Tutor.
Here's a Tameo for Mario.
Makes a lot of Pokemon. Yep. See him at every tournament.
Reanimate
Reanimate.
my Baleful Strix.
Trying to get that Belful Strix back.
Sure.
I got an 8. Draw.
Yep.
Belful Strix is in.
Draw. It was Metamorphosis Fanatic.
Sure.
Okay, Metamorphosis Fanatic off the top. Orcish Bowmaster is in.
Interesting one.
Will Dominic have a lifelink counter? Yeah, sorry about the ringing in the background, by the way.
Move to combat.
I completely lost my train of thought when that started.
Not gonna touch one.
Okay.
Oh, you gain 1.
Yes, that is correct. Thank you.
No sign of the lifelink counter. Leslie says, do you think Stoneforge into the Aether Spark will be something we'll see in the near future? You know what? It could happen. I don't know. That card is really hard to evaluate. AP liking the ping of the Strix.
Thinking.
Check.
2 cards in hand.
2 cards.
Thoughtseize resolves, Barrowgoyf, Brainstorm, Fatal Push.
So, oh,
This is on my main phase. That's your main phase?
Another Thoughtseize happening here, and Mario presented with an interesting choice. The Fatal Push obviously can do some damage to Mario's board. Barrowgoyf is going to be really annoying, but we already have a big threat on the board, the Meticulous Metamorphosis Fanatic. Unlikely we'll see Brainstorm taken this time. There's a Bowmaster on Mario's side of the board, so Brainstorm is kind of held in check right now. That Fatal Push is pretty annoying, but I think Mario is seeing that if this Barrowgoyf hits the table, I'm not going to win this game. So Tamio is going to attack and make a clue. There is the clue. I believe Dominic's Orc Army is a 3/3 now? Or is it 2/2? I can't really make that out. Another Tamio. Okay, replaces Tamio.
Move to combat.
Okay, Metamorphosis Fanatic and Orc Army attacking.
You have dealt quite a bit of damage to yourself.
And Mario's only at 6, so has to be a little careful here.
touch on.
Sure, I gain 4.
Okay, some chumps, and both of Mario's creatures are going to die. Cracking the clue now. Bowmaster trigger. All right, we're going to game 3. Dominic gets it despite not having a lifelink counter on the Bowmaster. Moving on to game 3.
Alright, okay. I'll try this.
All right, Mario will be on the play for game 3. Pluto Delta correct. Ghost Vacuum. That's a good start.
Draw.
Low key, one of the best cards added to Legacy in the past couple of months is this Ghost Vacuum. This card's been great. Aviator Hype Train Conductor says, I love seeing blue-black lose. You know what? Aviator will be happy no matter how this match ends. Basic Swamp for Dominic. Misty Rainforest, correct. Yeah, Jarvis reminding everyone this is a Dimir mirror of sorts. A lot of cards in common between these two decks, but slightly different game plans. Undercity Sewer now for Mario Cervelle.
Trigger.
Ooh, yeah, it's a Dimir.
Go.
All right, just making land drops as Mario. Baleful Strix in the graveyard. End step fetch in response.
Brainstorm? Sure.
Brainstorm. All right, Mario. These are the kind of plays that the good players make. I don't know. In response to the fetch, casting a Brainstorm here, while Dominic can no longer cast before Dominic can cast a Bowlmaster, slipping that Brainstorm in.
And see what's popping.
All right.
Surveil?
Yep.
Surveil. All right, an Underground Sea dumped. Back to Dominic now. Plays a Polluted Delta and passes the turn. So now on end step, Mario's going to make a move of Thought Scour. Targeting Dominic. Could be a sign Mario has some has a reanimation spell in hand. Thoughtseize and Brainstorm milled off the top. Mario will draw a card.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is resolved before I pass you. I'm gonna brainstorm.
Sure.
Dominic also seeing an opening to Brainstorm. Both players playing this really tight.
Very interesting.
Yeah, Thought Scour is completed. Dominic resolving a Brainstorm now while Mario doesn't have 2 mana open.
I will exile your Thoughtseize.
Keep going.
Ghost Vacuum will exile Thoughtseize. Keeping the graveyard a little empty for the possibility of stuff like Murktide, I guess makes sense too.
17.
Mario cracking a fetch, getting an Underground Sea.
It doesn't check that. Other thing is I am actually playing.
You're good.
I did it for this because it says it's only triggering twice on this. Right, for this option.
That's a Wasteland. Oculus. With mana open for days. Exiling the entire graveyard.
Sure.
Okay. Pass turn.
I'll take 4 damage and attempt to dismember it.
It has been dismembered.
All right, Oculus is dismembered immediately.
Untap.
The Oculus
I'll attempt to cast it.
respected. Metamorphosis Fanatic now. Miracled off the top. No creatures in the graveyard for Dominic.
Play land.
But a 4/4 lifelinker for 2 mana is pretty good.
Exile your Dismember. Sure. Draw.
Yep.
Metamorphosis Fanatic. Another great card from... there's Unearthed. Twitch chat was talking about that earlier. Targeting the Oculus.
That's interesting.
There have been quite a few Duskmourn cards making an appearance in Legacy these days. The Oculus is in.
I 5/5 attempt to pass turn.
Gonna try and pass the turn. End step fetch for Dominic. The Fanatic a little bit outclassed as far as power and toughness by the Oculus. The Manifest Dread mechanic on the Oculus is really cool in Mario's deck. I played a couple of matches against Mario while Mario was playing this deck. Just having Bowlmasters and Tamios and other Oculus manifested can be quite powerful.
Yep.
Baleful Strix, another one. All right, there's the Manifest Dread. Looked like a Wasteland was dumped. So the face down card is a Manifest. No Manifest token from Mario, which is interesting. Probably a misplay.
Move to combat.
Yeah. Just a 4/4 with lifelink, right?
Yep.
I'll block on my 5/5.
Sure. So I will gain 4.
Okay. The Metamorphosis Fanatic dies in combat to the Oculus. It's going to be a little bit difficult to reanimate with the Ghost Vacuum on the board.
Finish him off with Orcish Spellmaster.
Okay, and as expected, I guess the Bowmaster is going to try and finish off this Oculus. That will work. Yeah, the attack was to either make Mario think that there's a possibility of a Bowmaster or actually have a Bowmaster. And it was the latter. Metamorphosis Fanatic and Troll of Khazad-dûm now on the graveyard.
Because I saw some people have like a ball.
Exile your troll.
The troll?
Yeah.
Ghost Vacuum will exile the Troll. Should probably keep track of that under the Ghost Vacuum, but... Hey, Tamio was manifested. Fatal Push on the Bowmaster. Bowmaster gone.
Put another like Dance of the Dead or an enemy dead on top of my deck, and then I switch the triggers, right? And then I can just
Targeting?
the other ones.
Metamorphosis.
Somehow.
Okay, Reanimate targeting Dominic's Metamorphosis Fanatic. This could get ugly. Brainstorm in response by Dominic. Alright, that's going to resolve.
I don't enjoy my pasta.
This is a big Reanimate happening right now, targeting the Fanatic.
So the credit.
Yeah, you got him. You'll lose 6 to 11.
Do I keep it on top because it's
Target my foreign Oculus?
credit that
Yep.
I need?
And Oculus comes in with a lifelink counter on it. No lifelink counter for Mario. Tamio attacks, makes a clue.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I'm
right.
like.
Trigger.
I'm like
Yep.
statistically.
Okay, so the Oculus will manifest Dread, dumping a Reanimator into the graveyard.
There is a mathematically correct answer. But, like, I just have to look to see what's
Fetch.
definitively like. But yeah, that's why I was like, I'm like, I'll keep it on top because it's
There's an argument maybe that Mario's deck is a bit mid-range.
Your deck seems like how would it ever beaten like hers?
Maybe this is Dimir mid-range to some people.
yeah. I figured
I'll go after your sewers. Move to second main.
Okay, using a floating mana from the wasted Undercity Steward to crack the clue, draw a card. Fatal Push. Abhorrent Oculus is gone,
Attempt to cast a barrel.
along with its lifelink counter. Barrogoyf. That's pretty good. Man, the game 3 has been a battle. So Ghost Vacuum getting activated again.
either way, boarding out wastelands and keeping it
Okay.
kind of hedging for the smog suit.
Petty Theft on the Barrogoyf. Okay. Okay.
Are you gonna do the shard?
You had no. I thought you only had one.
I have 3 mana open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't you use 2 to crack a clue? I wastelanded.
No, I have 4 lands open.
Okay. Sure.
I used a wasteland.
I'm sorry. So what is the mana situation here?
I have nothing.
Okay, then I'm going to daze that, returning
So what is
this. I'm gonna float blue, and then I'm gonna daze, returning the sewers.
main board rest?
Okay, so Petty Theft is dazed after players confirm mana availability for Mario. So there's a manifest on the table for Mario. Shieldred's Edict. That'll get rid of the Barrogoyf. Probably permanently thanks to the Ghost Vacuum. Underneath the Ghost Vacuum is a Metamorphosis Fanatic, which is attacking now along with the manifest. Tamiel will make a clue. Maybe that's been forgotten.
And I take 2.
Untriggered.
Okay, the clue is remembered. The attack results in a chump with an Orc army. Mario has gained some life thanks to the Metamorphosis Fanatic. Has a 4/4 lifelinker. Here's another Abhorrent Oculus.
You've got it. Yeah, you've got it.
All right, sounds like Dominic has scooped it up. The Oculus wins again on 90s MTG. GG's. Well played. That was a good match to start us off today. That was a good match. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that one. Okay. What about the frog? Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat to decide which match we will watch next. Your options will be Dark Depths versus Delver, Reanimator versus Maverick, or Cloudpost versus 5-color Beanstalk. 2 minutes to vote. Chimpo says land strategies are definitely the most fun right now. Like which decks? Which decks does everybody think are the most fun right now? Savior, thank you for the resub with Prime. 31 months. I appreciate it. I think we appreciate it. How close are we to the sub goal? Oh, we're 4 away. Very close. Or 7 away. 7 away. Can't count. High Train Conductor Aviator says, I love Espervile right now. Yeah, that's a deck that consistently feels like not enough people are respecting it and playing it and developing it or whatever. And that's like been the case for years. Why does my dad hate me? Says Delver. Some people are making predictions about some of the matches in the queue. Yeah, people liking Espervile. I tell you what, I think I mentioned this on a recent stream. If I had Gilded Drakes, I would play Espervile. I think that deck is super cool. Challenging to play, skill testing to play. Rewards experience and format knowledge and all that stuff that I like. And very difficult to play against if you are not familiar with what could be in the Espervile deck. So a great choice for anyone looking to dabble in Espervile. I say do it. High Train Conductor Aviator says that they aren't playing Gilded Drakes right now. That's interesting. I did see some lists like that. Almost out of time on this poll. Jiggy contributed 1,600. We're headed over to Cloudpost versus 5-color Beanstalk. Let's set this up. Let's do it. Diving in. All right, on the left side of your screen, we have David joining us on with Cloudpost, and on the right, we have 5-color Beans. Getting ready to go.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm blasting this rat if you don't. Okay.
Occurring Nightmare and Sensei's top playmats. This should be interesting. Sounds like both players have kept 7. Ready to go. Tundra into Ponder. Once Upon a Time in response. Top center of your screen, cut off slightly above the red deck box, is Yorion. This is a Yorion Beanstalk deck. Yavamaya Cradle of Growth is found by the Once Upon a Time, so that's in hand for David. Now the Ponder is going to resolve.
I don't know what you play.
Once Upon a Time for Yavamaya. What deck does that tell us David is playing? Ignore that it says Cloudpost bottom left. What would you think if you were in the Beanstalk seat right now?
Now you know.
Okay, now you know. Here's Cloudpost. Pass the turn. Hydro Conductor Aviator saying, I've never gone to time with Espervile. We were talking about Espervile during the break before this match started. Very cool deck that I like.
I'll pass to you.
A lot of talk recently about the metagame and how control in Legacy is struggling a bit, and et cetera, et cetera. And while the metagame's still in some flux, things still being figured out, in my opinion. At the locals here in New York City, we do have some control mages battling, doing just fine. I know it's very small sample size. I understand our metagame is not the metagame. I get it. I get it. I'm going to get messages from people with spreadsheets later. But people are figuring it out. Monka, thank you for the resub. 57 months, lucky number 57, says Monka. Say hello to Monka in the chat, everybody.
Sure. Tap 3. One of them for green. Uro.
Uro. There's Uro.
22. Draw a card.
I'm not seeing mana for Uro, though. Am I missing something? Oh, the Yavamaya. Oh, man. It catches me sometimes. I'm like one of our YouTube commenters. How did they pay for Uro with a Yavamaya on the board?
Is this coming to play tag? Yes.
I fell for it.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, that's the life. Okay.
That was a Glimmer Post found. Glimmer Post is in hand for David. There it is. Gain some life.
Wait, 2 lands?
Oh, sorry.
Good catch. There was almost accidentally second land drop.
That's normal is slot means, so it is a bit of a slot. So it's not a straight drop towards the chest. Yes. Yes. They are.
We get a lot of questions about, how to up your game as a Magic player. What kind of sideboard should I build or whatever. If you want to improve your win percentage at competitive events, keep track of your opponent's land drops. I think that's a tip I have for people, because people are just not paying attention to that stuff sometimes. Great catch by 5 color on the right. And we get these comments sometimes. I'm sure if you look on our comment section, you've seen them where accusing everybody who makes a mistake of being a cheater on 90s MTG or whatever. But even if people are cheating, even if people are making an honest mistake, it doesn't matter. Make sure your opponent only makes 1 land drop. As the messages come in, Uro, no green mana. Yeah, there's a Yavamaya on the board, so it's all good.
You can't hear what they are doing. You can't hear.
But don't worry, I made that mistake too.
I just want to shuffle.
Maybe they act strange a little bit.
All right, a Ponder. Going to try and shuffle here. Don says, what's your thought on unbanning Mana Drain? I don't know. It would probably be fine as far as power level. But I'm not sure if we need that. Or what that really fixes or whatever.
Play this. Ponder again.
All right, another Ponder.
Casting the flutes.
Choose a card name. Cards with chosen name cost 3 more to cast. Activated abilities. Yep.
I will name Force of Will.
Sure.
Okay, so the flute named Force of Will.
pick one up and pass to you.
What's up?
I would say you make it. You make it.
So
What does David have in store for us here? There's this tower we saw a moment ago. Flute on Force of Will. Gonna make it harder to cast Force of Will. Yeah, really cool Urza's Tower.
I float one green. I mean, I can do this.
oh yes, yes.
Okay, crop rotation, sacking the Glimmer Post. We might see Planar Nexus here, is my guess. There it is.
So now that taps for 3. That taps for 1.
Yeah, this is just for one.
Okay. But it's also a locust, so that taps for 2.
Still back for two.
Too much freaking math. Come on. That's good.
All right, a lot of math happening. So Urza's Tower taps for 3. Cloudpost taps for 2. Planar Nexus and Yavimaya tap for 1 each. What do we have? Prime time. Oh, all right, here we go. Okay, I didn't expect that.
I have a response.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll get 2 lands. Swords. Gain 6.
Okay, it's getting swordsed, but its ability is going to resolve. Prime time, unfortunately, gone.
Too many lands.
All right. You get a doctor's bag.
What lands will David look for here? We could see an escape of Uro at this point. Eye of Ugin seems like an obvious choice. Could also be... I mean, I don't know if there's like a Bajuka Bog and if that's worth it, or if we're just gonna try and get more mana. Okay, here's the tower.
Okay.
I don't feel like Uro is that big of a worry.
Still going.
3 man. Command for 1.
Okay, Kozilek's command for 1.
What's the most?
Targeting Uro and scry 1, draw 1.
Exile 1.
It could have been done for more than 1, no, with Eye of Ugin? Unsure.
Yeah, you can roll 3rd time.
Go.
All right, a little slip up there, maybe with the Kozilek's command.
That is a forest.
Beanstalk.
Drop.
Yeah, good catch by the chat as well. The prime time does put lands onto the battlefield tapped. I didn't even notice that until Twitch chat pointed it out. The Urza's Tower and Eye of Ugin should have entered tapped. So the Kozilek's command would not have been able to be cast there, and unfortunately, both players missed it.
I played that this turn.
Yeah.
There's up the beanstalk.
Yeah, it's more really staying in its back.
I'll pass to you.
All right, just passing the turn. Has mana open to pay for the flute, I guess.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11, 12. Lovely.
Okay, it looks like up to 12 mana with Eye of Ugin is available. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know.
Response?
Yes.
Brainstorm?
Roll 1 more d.
Okay, in response to a second Disruptor Flute, there's a brainstorm happening.
There's a basic white and an SMT
Yep.
regular.
Force of will.
Full express machine. And if you
Okay.
want to
Okay, they're both on Force of Will, both flutes.
And as that
7?
happens, sees a
For 6.
Green Sun Zenith X is 6. Well, we know what that's looking for, I guess. Carnage Tyrant.
like the one.
Green Sun Zenith is supposed to get shuffled in. Okay, there's another Primeval Titan. Gonna search for 2 lands.
Don't need the card.
Yeah. It does not seem to be what they definitely is. Behind the screen.
So Primetime looking for 2 lands. Cloudpost. they enter tapped, so that worked out. Green Sun Zenith gets shuffled back in, so that was remembered.
Right? I don't know if you do.
Yeah, I'll throw my model top.
Okay.
That's good.
Did I claim land? Not this one.
Don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think David played a land this turn. There's a Bajuka Bog. Okay, that's not too bad. Bajuka Bog, and the graveyard is exiled.
What's the
Untap.
Oh, the Earl was already gone, which I guess I didn't point out before, but that happened.
Show me the.
He was hit by the K command. All right, there's another copy of Up the Beanstalk.
Show me ley line.
I like that we keep getting different. You get the.
Yeah, Twitch chat pointing out it's possible that David has already won this game. Here's a ley line binding. Draw 2 cards off the Beanstalks. Primeval Titan will most likely be gone.
Sadly, that's all.
I think Twitch chat's hoping that David just ends this one by using Eye of Ugin. Has access to plenty of mana now for sure. Force of Will is basically shut off.
16.
It's the liquor I drank earlier.
Caracas, okay. A sign that this could be really close to over. Gonna activate Eye of Ugin.
Stays in play.
No, I just fetch. I use
Okay,
it.
yeah.
I use
Gonna look through the deck, find something really nasty. What will it be? All right, Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. There it is.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yep.
If Jenkins was just
So it's
yellow,
gonna
well,
be
here you probably would like here.
12,
Yep.
13, minus plus
15.
2,
Yep.
15. I cast it.
Okay, Emrakul the Aeon's Torn is on the stack.
Because it's not a
You
straight
cast it.
line.
Extra turn. Before you go to your extra turn,
I don't know. Up to you.
Solitude, pitching swords, 2 triggers.
So has a way to remove Emrakul with Solitude, pitching a Swords to Plowshares.
I respond.
Yep.
Yeah, the Planar Nexus is a locus. Solitude pitching Solitude after Caracas targets Emrakul. All right. Solitude will be gone. Well, Emrakul will be gone, and Solitude will be gone. So double Solitude was available. 4 cards will get drawn here.
Plan B.
My turn? Oh, you have an extra turn. Yes, yes.
All right, David will get another turn. Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn plan kind of failed, I guess. There's another Cloudpost. Are there other Eldrazi in the deck, I wonder? Probably. Okay, gonna activate Ayavugan one more time.
7 bags of ammunition.
That's why all the stuff I put in was
Russian and Pizza, absolutely right. They're sowing Maker Spawn.
Casted.
This is any colorless creature with the Eye of Vugan?
No, it's Eldrazi. No, colorless creature.
Oh,
It's a colorless creature.
well, I guess you have a few turns. Because you're gonna gain life.
can flip with it. Yep.
I tap for 3 colorless, 1 green,
Yes.
and 2 -2 for
Yep.
the.
Yep.
I'll cast with the kicker.
Okay, Ayavugan is kicked. It's gonna blow up a land and allow David to search for a land. The land should have been exiled. The volcanic island is gone. Should be in exile though.
If you
Because I like green sun easy to throw on, so I like that stuff.
you might not be enough
That's why I'm playing that one.
Gonna be
Okay, finds the oh man, what's this one called?
amount of locus that I have.
Yep.
I will tap 3.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the name. It's called Trench Post. Trench Post.
Let's say you got out of
What's your
1,
control area?
2, 3, 4.
Okay, milling some cards here. Some Scion of Urzas, a Forthiolingus, a Bowmaster. Bunch of stuff got milled.
I got out of this side.
There's an Elvish Reclaimer.
Go ahead.
He's how many lands do you have? 1?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yes, not 3.
Yeah.
It's a small guy.
Okay, 1 land in David's graveyard, so I believe Reclaimer is just a 1/1. Mr. Rainforest gets cracked here.
Yeah. Okay. That should be out of the way.
What's this for?
And then I'll throw in a slide.
Okay.
Oh, and then you just.
I think we had it for before. It's 15 years when you're in the store. 4 years.
We'll do this.
4 years.
This game is still going. Tundra's found by the Misty Rainforest.
I'm gonna swords your Elvish Reclaimer.
Swords on the Reclaimer. Okay.
Do you want to cut?
No, it's okay.
Draw.
No, because I never saw this with Harley, but I was thinking that is it because all the creatures? Like, I don't see a reason why it's not proper
Okay, Uro goes into the graveyard.
Put another land in play.
That is a Misty Rainforest.
Yeah.
You see, like I know the model.
Yeah.
Imagine that before.
I don't know if there are other red sources in this deck. Just don't know.
Like 40 damage.
Yeah.
Probably.
Is
I
it
have a
like
question for you.
Yes.
You can answer it.
just
Evoke is an activated ability. I'm sorry? If I cast the flute on the evoke on the Uro,
Because
then
we
I'm
don't
able
have to
to.
run.
I think so. Because it's an activated
It's
ability.
activated, yes.
I know. Chris?
Yeah. I'm
Sorry. If you put a flute on Uro, can you escape it?
But I had like
You can escape it?
It's a cast.
Oh, it's a cast. Okay.
Okay, some questions there about Uro's ability. So the that was me in the background. I forgot that happened. Uro has the escape ability, and escape is a cast, alternate cost. So it would not be affected by stuff that shut off activated abilities, but it would cost more from the flute. Yeah. At the end of your turn, thank you for the resub 28 months. It's been a minute. Time for the real show. Thank you at the end of your turn. At the end of your turn has arrived, everybody.
Yeah, you got
Okay. With a basic land type.
I search for
Okay, here's another Primeval Titan, and we've seen this resolved correctly and incorrectly in this game. We'll see how this one works out. At the end of your turn, thank you for the bits. Appreciate that.
Something that can be bad. Yeah, that's true. Especially since you have the black.
Light Confidant has arrived, apologizing for being late. Looks like a Wasteland was selected. Looks like a Glimmer Post was selected. Those lands should be entering tapped. Important to remember, yeah. All right, so Wasteland fired off. That should not have been allowed. But Plateau is gone. Players are not catching it.
5, 6.
Light Confidant, thank you for 5 gift subs. Really appreciate that. Mr. Arch also late, but not sorry about it. Not sorry about it.
That's move to combat.
Yep. I'll take.
Attacking with a Sowing Microspawn now.
It's not too good, but you know, I mean, it's fun. You get the back and forth with the games.
Yeah, I fetch for a creature.
Is there any way that Beanstalk wins this game, chat? Like, what sequence of plays could lead to Beanstalk winning this game?
That gives you 4 and 1 green. Yep.
7 and 1 green.
Okay, another kicked Sowing Microspawn.
Target,
Alright, gonna hit Underground Sea, which should be exile, but it's gonna go to the graveyard. Hydro Conductor Aviator says, I don't think Beanstalk is favored at all in this matchup. We just hit our sub goal as Light Confidant gifted 3 more subs. Thank you, Light Confidant. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Light Confidant number 4 on our all-time gifter leaderboard with a beautiful gold gifter badge. Endurance and white removal and a 4/3 Lingus could do it. That's true. I guess there's a chance that Beanstalk wins this game, but it's looking harder and harder with every turn. The Trench Post also is going to take a while. This is a Urion deck. Maybe we forgot about Urion. It's still in the companion zone.
Go ahead.
It's wild.
Let's fetch to 20.
But I'll be playing green white.
Oh, that would have been nice, but it's gone now. This is game 1, right?
Yes.
There's a lot to keep track of on this board, though, so players are doing their best here. Volcanic Island is found, so there's the other red source people were wondering about.
Tab.
You like that? I will mill you for 7.
Okay.
All right, 7 cards are going to get milled here. That's another Scion of Draco, a Triumph of St. Catherine milled, a Fury, Uro.
Draw.
Yep.
Play this. Actually, before we play this, white, blue, green, red. So I need 2 mana. Trigger twice.
Yep.
Okay, another Leyline Binding, trigger the beans. Another prime time is on hold.
I don't know.
I started like 93 or something like that.
1, 2, 3. I don't think it matters. 4, 5. Escape Burrow.
Okay, escaping Uro now. Gonna gain some life, draw a card.
Put an extra land in play.
And then I came back 2017. So I took like 15 years off basically.
You could not.
Why? Protection from spells, but Solitude is not a spell. It's when it enters the
Is
battlefield.
the trigger? Okay.
Yeah, because I play show and tell people have used that on me.
Yeah, David asking a good question there. Does Solitude remove Emrakul? It does. So that was resolved correctly. Can't hurt to double check those things though.
Oh, so okay.
So passing it back now. These players have had quite a game one. 2 sowing microspawns. There's a blast zone now.
The rare people use your equipment.
I came back in 2017.
I forgot to put on this, but anyway.
And now it's 2017. So it's got to be maybe only like a year or two before that.
3.
2015 maybe.
I guess.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Ramen Excavator is in. That should be interesting.
Wait, how does this work? Oh yeah. Oh yes. The London rules.
Waste.
Like what?
Yep.
Okay, Wasteland fired off. Take out the Volk. Start chipping away that way, I guess.
Yeah. I had to get used to the idea of.
Are there any Eldrazi left in the deck to look for?
For 7.
7 now?
Milieu for 7. Basic Plains, Brainstorm, Swords, Force of Negation, Sign of Draco, Beanstalk, and I believe a basic Swamp.
They're like.
Yeah, it is a play to waste your own Bajuka Bog and then replay it. Mystic Sanctuary has enough islands, so what do we want to put on top of the deck here?
I played a lot of
Swords on top?
Yeah.
Okay, Swords of Plowshare is back on top of the deck.
And then
That Urion deck is starting to thin.
Oh, I played a land. Yep. Attack with aura, draw cards, gain 3 life.
Yeah, advance.
Oh, before or after? Do I get to do the thing or
No,
before I
yeah,
attack?
Okay, if you're going to bounce it, probably should bounce it before attacks, but Uro gets bounced after the card is drawn and the life is gained. Swords on the Ramanop Excavator. That could be a costly error for David here. Bouncing it before attacks. Pass the turn back, mill that Swords off the top. Here's Leyline of the Guild Pact.
All my lands
Oh,
are all
okay,
colors.
okay.
And Uro.
Yeah.
Okay, replay Uro. Gain 3 life, draw a card.
Yeah.
Blast Zone will get a counter. So now it has 2 counters on it.
Plus, I'm gonna get milled out, so
Yeah, maybe
not
I'll keep
helpful.
on. That's gonna be a lot of money. I don't know for which reason.
Okay.
Okay, Candelabra. Don't really need it at this point.
I tapped for 7.
Yep.
But I do think
I'm gonna use 3
those
to use this and maybe for 7.
Oh, and then you can untap it and
Yeah.
do 14. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Go ahead. Can swing.
Okay, the Candelabra should be tapped, but we did the Candelabra thing, I guess. Using Trench Post.
I have all colors, so we may as well.
That's not. That's honestly not my name.
Fury, kill one of them, draw 2 cards.
Okay, Fury, kill one of the Myco spawns, draw 2.
No, it's kind of pointless, but maybe I'll draw something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the Uro.
All right, the Candelabra is tapped now, so that was corrected. Escape Uro, I guess. This is probably over.
Game 2.
Okay, we are going to game 2. That was a much longer game 1 than everybody expected, I think. But we are moving on to game 2. Wow. So there were some, we're all learning. Everybody's learning. Not everybody has all the answers. Not everybody plays perfect and tight and whatever. There were some lessons in that game. Caracas should have definitely been activated before Uro was able to attack. It's possible that the beanstalk player should have just scooped a lot earlier in that game. And prime time, the lands enter tapped. Important to remember.
Okay, we have one.
Like if two of you were to push one, you can like drag it.
So again, like anytime
I'm sure there was some sequence of plays by the beanstalk player that could have resulted in a win in that game, but it looked really tough. So one card on the bottom after a mull to 6. Once upon a time in response to a turn 1 ponder. What will be selected? A Yavimaya again. Okay. Now ponder resolves.
Cards. Yep. Draw. Pass to you.
No, you can load your hand over, counter spells. Get a turn with over, just keep loading up on counter spells.
Okay, there is an Elvish Reclaimer. It's in. Pass the turn.
So Michael's gone. Nadu. I'm already probably in just kitchen and then third, I think, would be into.
Underground Sea. No. Mr. Rainforest instead. Elvish Reclaimer. A powerful creature. Just passing now?
Maybe a new race car. Not the next
Like Confidant wondering what was that last match? I mean the last match on the stream or the last game? Not sure what you're asking. All right, Elvish Reclaimer attacks. After Cloudpost gets played as a land for turn, so can't activate it.
Yeah, Mystic Ford.
Yeah. Tap 1 for green. Uro.
Yeah.
Draw.
There's Uro again. Play an extra land. Gain 3 life. Yavimaya helping Uro again. Pass the turn.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yes.
These are the boards where Sowing Microspawn really shines. The deck on the right is a Urion deck. There's a Urion on sitting on top of the red deck box, top center of your screen.
Yep. 20.
Claimer attacks. Kozilek's command. I believe X is 2. Yeah, X is 2.
More are going to be exile, card from graveyard and scribe. And make a spawn.
Oh, so exile.
I have to announce it.
Oh, you don't have to announce? Okay.
No, I have to announce.
Oh, okay. So you're going to exile cards and make 2 spawn?
Yeah.
Okay, so going to make 2 Eldrazi spawns and exile Uro from the graveyard.
Moving comics. So I used to buy my cards.
Sure.
That one is
Uro and
basic
another
of,
card. Doesn't matter.
I mean, I would
Yeah, cards or whatever.
Go ahead.
And then,
All right, so 2 Eldrazi spawns now for David, who passes the turn. Uro was exiled along with a Misty Rainforest.
no, hold on, so we're gonna shut down. Like, I think like.
Oh, wait, it's not there anymore, right?
Yeah, the entire thing is gone now.
That store is
Dubin?
now.
I
Yeah.
know.
Up the beanstalk, draw a card.
Store?
Yeah, that's
Do 1. Exile.
I didn't know he reopened.
Okay, Prismatic Ending removes the Reclaimer. Pass the turn.
Yes, you're right.
But it's like a
There's Planner Nexus.
Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon.
I went in there once and I was living in
I'm getting demolished.
No way.
Karn the Great Creator.
I was like, oh, you have like whatever.
Counter target colorless spell.
The skinny guy was like,
Okay, consigned to memory will counter that.
I forgot his name. I don't know. Oh, yes. He worked there like when I was a kid. Yeah, now like a little gray.
Green Sun Zenith X is 1. Okay. What are we looking for with Green Sun Zenith X is 1, I wonder? Maybe just another reclaimer?
Oh no, I'm not a flesh shop. It's overdue.
Oh, yep.
You know the funeral home. I'm on 197.
Yep, just another reclaimer.
Oh, but they just shut down. It's like a tiny super.
Oh, you gotta shuffle that.
I left here because I remember better.
Imagine it goes.
Yep, Green Sun Zenith gets shuffled back in. Players got to pick up the pace here, or this is going to end in a draw. All right. Passing the turn back to Beanstalk.
Like my cousins lived in like.
Damn it!
They lived in like Kew Garden.
Uh-oh.
Dim sum like lunch. And then they have Chinese.
You have one land.
Outside of
Planner Nexus is a locus, so Cloudpost now taps for 3 at the moment.
I think I have to. Fury pitching a 4th Erlingus, kill all of it. So 2 plus 2, draw 1 off the bean. And
All right, a Fury will remove the Reclaimer, remove the Eldrazi spawns. All right, and then Urion added to the hand, bought using the companion ability. Eye of Ugin, just play. That's pretty powerful.
I live 1 turn.
look at the showcase of cards, and it was like.
Sadly, that's all I could do.
It was really expensive at the time.
Trigger, and I'm gonna blink it.
It's pennies compared to what they were.
And if turn comes back.
Nobody knew. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is baby will worth more."
Okay, Urion Sky Nomad gets some draws for the beans. It is a creature on the board now. Crop rotation. Sacking, it looks like Glimmerpost.
I saw what happened with comics, and I'm like, oh, well, let me get rid of my cards now before I can get money for it. Yeah, and I was in college at the time.
Kiviak arrives in the chat.
Pitcher consigned to memory. 19.
Okay, force pitching consigned to counter the crop rotation.
That's the funny thing. I still have my comics. I don't have my magic cards. So I'm like,
Oh, and I draw off the force.
yeah.
Comics had more of a track record of being collectibles.
Yeah.
But the 90s comics were nothing. They're all cards. Go to like Ripsword.
I stuck it.
I hear the thing or whatever. They also went bankrupt.
Oh, becomes a copy?
The company was more.
Okay, that was Echoing Deeps. It copies Glimmerpost. David will gain some life.
That's how it came out with like Captain Marvel, Captain America, and like Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. And then the one profitable one.
White, red, blue, green. Sweet. With this, get the consign on top.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary puts consigned to memory on top of the deck.
Once they started putting comics on like
Sign of Draco. Draw.
or whatever, that was old.
Scion of Draco is a interesting card in this deck.
And hexproof because it's blue. Pass to you.
4 cards?
Yes.
So Scion of Draco plus Urion. Urion has hexproof and vigilance. That was a Beseiju who endures as a land for turn. David tapping a lot of mana. Green Sun Zenith.
How much?
6.
I looked for the
5, 6.
Okay, X is 6 trying to get that prime time again.
They'll be like, what the fuck? We're like a
handwritten sign, please take
Yeah.
these.
yeah, it's so crazy.
My dad collected.
All right, so looking through the deck with Green Sun Zenith now. There's Primeval Titan. And its ability is going to be countered by Consigned to Memory. All right, so we didn't have to worry about the lands coming in untapped.
Actually, we'll do it with this. And then trigger.
Okay, ley line binding, then we'll remove the prime time. David could be in some trouble here. Down to one card in hand.
Brainstorm before the end. That is not good.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it was like they did a recall on it, and some of them that are still out in the wild that they destroyed, those are worth money. For the most part.
Okay, fetching with Flooded Strand now. Like Confidant pointing out the Beanstalk player keeps reversing game actions. You know, this is not a competitive event. There's a little bit of just friendly, wanting the game to be played optimally thing going on between these players. And they've both been making some errors. You know, some of the players that play on this channel, I point out sometimes, they have no aspirations of winning the next World Championship. They're just having a good time. They allow their matches to be recorded so that we can watch them on stream. They make some errors. Some of them, it's because they're nervous playing on camera. They get a little sloppy. Some of them just, it's late. You know, you're jackhammering the street since 5 a.m. You go to, you know, Legacy. It's pushing 10 p.m. You're forgetting some things. It's a mixture of things. But overall, I think these players are putting on a good show. Big attack from the Urion and Scion of Draco here.
Maybe the slammers?
This is a super rare slammer. No, like the 10,000 Bitcoin for pizza. Be like, dude,
And in the end, I hope any errors that we notice on stream are just a learning opportunity for everybody.
Pass to you.
I'll use the eye.
Okay, Eye of Ugin getting activated on end step here. And, you know, I've gone to a couple of SCGs now to do coverage at Legacy 5Ks, Legacy 10Ks. And I've stood around the top tables all day, especially later in the day. Players that, you know, I respect their game. I know they play tight. I know their skill level is not a joke, the whole thing. They're making mistakes, and that just happens. That's it.
Everybody's pulling the money, and then basically don't be the last one to get money out.
They miss land drops. They, you know, all the errors that Magic players make. We all do it. Here's Ramanap Excavator. Gonna play that Glimmer Post, gain some life. Still has some threats to deal with here, and Scion of Draco plus Urion is a lot of damage.
But you know what? Yeah. But you know what the
1, 2, 3, counter everything in the spell.
Okay, so Consigned to Memory counters the Micro Spawn.
Just to be safe, exile it, and hit you for 8.
We are going to game 3. Unbelievable. All right, Beanstalk gets a game. Against all odds, I guess.
You got milled? Does that team milled you?
Yes.
Nice. Good.
So we saw a game end with Trench Post milling all the cards in the deck. Once upon a time, great way to start a game. And then we saw Scion of Draco plus Urion deal the final hit in game 2. Now we're in game 3. There can't be much time left on the clock.
Wow.
Yo.
Any land?
I feel like this match has been going on for 2 hours. Once upon a time. Followed up by a Planner Nexus. Pass the turn. Karn the Great Creator. It's going to resolve, it sounds like.
It's like, this is never.
That could be trouble.
I don't know what I do now.
Wow, people are laughing in the background. I thought this was a tournament. Lattice is selected. Uh-oh.
What does that do?
Mycosynth Lattice, it blocks everything. Pass to you.
All right, passing the turn back. Karn at 3 loyalty.
You're in turns, by the way.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah. They just never called it.
Okay, so this is time in the round has been called now. Okay, so apparently this is turn 1. So okay, so Sam David plays a disruptive flute.
Flute.
Yep.
Naming.
So how much mana do you still have?
I have 1 green.
Okay. Yep, you got it.
What was the name with the flute? Was it Force of Will again? Damn it, I didn't hear it.
No, the same mana.
All right, moving on to turn 2 of extra turns. David did not have enough mana to cast the Lattice yet.
Exile.
Prismatic Ending on the Reclaimer. This is turn 3 of extra turns. I mean, Lattice is not going to win the game, technically.
I think I got 2 gold bars. They got in. I moved 1.
Yes. Yes.
One, went back.
That's a Maze of Ith. Unlikely to make a big difference here. Karn is going to plus. Oh, no, minus. Finding the Stone Brain. It's basically a 4-mana surgical legendary artifact. Karn has found it.
Force. 19.
Force pitching Lorien revealed, okay.
Go ahead.
Technically, I think we tapped too much mana there. It's all good. We're moving on to turn 4 of extra turns. This is unfortunately looking like it might end in a draw, but we'll see. Arid Mesa.
Pharmaceutical executive. It belongs to pharmaceutical executive. So, yeah, it says it works on 1 million.
3 sacks? Okay.
Your plateau is almost as bad condition as mine is.
Good.
Sleeves. Tap 2. Get rid of this.
Okay, prismatic ending on the flute that we had no idea what it named, unfortunately. It should be exile, but unlikely to matter.
Pass to you.
Well, it could matter, I guess, technically, but. Alright, moving down to the last turn here. Found a Caracas. Leyline binding on Karn in response.
Actually, yeah, doesn't matter.
And David revealing I had Force of Vigor and Elvish Reclaimer here. I think the players are in just a draw mode. And the Beanstalk player actually conceded here. I was standing around towards the end of this. A nice gesture there, knowing that the Lattice Lock would have been completed if we had more time in this match. GG's. David gets it. Well played. Well played. All right. That was a battle. Okay. Twitch chat wanted controlling Cloudpost, and they got plenty of it, I would say. Our Discord server is up on your screen. People are discussing the spoilers we've seen so far from Either Drift. Come join our discussion in our Discord. We also have stuff going on in the Mail Day channel as usual. Let's set up another poll. Twitch chat will decide which match next. Your options will be Dimir Control versus Blue-Black Show and Tell. Reanimator versus Temur Delver. Dark Depths versus Is It Delver. Or Reanimator versus Maverick. 2 minutes, get your vote in. All right, votes are coming in. Reminder to follow our Patreon. You could follow our Patreon for free. Head over to our Patreon, find the link, and just follow our Patreon. It's kind of like a newsletter of sorts. Make sure you're on there. All right, we have a new Twitch sub goal, which is exciting. Thank you, everybody that helped us get towards the last one. About a minute left on this poll. I'm going to vote on this one. All right, I voted. We'll see what the Twitch chat wants. Twitch chat. Hard to predict. The Blue says finally made it to a stream. Thank you for being here. This is the real show. About 30 seconds left on our poll. There's a poll happening right now in the chat to decide which match we will watch next. That's how we decide things here on 90s MTG. It is all up to the chat. Close vote. We'll see if somebody steps in at the end to try and steal this thing. Really close. All right. AJ Potato contributed 1,200. We're headed over to Blue-Black Control versus Blue-Black Show and Tell. Let's do it. Let's set this up. All right, diving in.
Fuck it. 3-0 is good enough.
All right, Show and Tell on the left, and on the right we have Mario joining us again on Blue-Black Control. Looks like Mario has taken a mulligan. Maybe. All right, players drawing up hands. What do we got?
Alright, I'll keep this one.
Okay.
Okay, one card on the bottom. Lotus Petal. Ancient Tomb. Uh-oh.
This, and not what you expect. Vesuvian Drifter.
What does it do? You may look at the top. At the beginning of each combat, you reveal the top. If you reveal a creature, okay.
Results?
Yes.
Take a look at the top, and pass to you.
Okay, Vesuvian Drifter comes in on turn one. Not a card we see much on 90s MTG, but it's out there. It's getting some play. It can be very powerful. Turn one, Tameo for Mario.
Draw. Play an island. Go to 16. Chalice on 1.
Chalice on one. Okay. Okay.
Look at the top. No. It's pointless to attack. Pass to you.
Just get a life count. Wasteland, you're. Zero?
Yeah, Masterpiece Chalice. Tameo attacks, makes a clue. Yeah, the land on the left side is a basic island.
I don't know how to.
A little hard to see on camera, but a little easier to see in person.
Okay.
It looked like they were looking for a life total app and then gave up. All right, Vesuvian Drifter attacking.
One from the fetch.
Oh, yep. And I will pass to you.
You find that time. You have the same time.
Being suicidal, but
Yep.
attack is it.
Okay, Tamio attacks, making a second clue. Pass the turn. Sufin Drifter allows a look at the top. Sufin Drifter will attack.
Pass.
I'll fetch.
16.
I do sometimes. I play with my girlfriend.
Okay, Mario is correct to fetch. Found a basic island. What else you got?
Second clue?
Yep.
Second one of the clues. Now, Chalice on one is quite disruptive. Undercity Sewer Surveil. Dumps a Tamio into the graveyard. Won't be able to cast that.
Yep.
Go.
All right, makes another clue.
You must be kidding me. Take 2. 14.
13.
13.
Another fetch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it should be 12, sorry.
12?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hit me 4 times and...
Yep.
Okay, so Mario drops to 12. Clue is correct. One clue remains. The show and tell deck needs a land. That Wasteland was pretty good at holding off whatever is stuck in hand. Looks like 6 cards or 7 cards are in hand. Bloodstained Mire getting sacked here. Vesuvian Drifter attacking though. How much longer will the Vesuvian Drifter live is a question. All right, it's trying to slip that fatal push through. It is countered by Chalice. Here's the Oculus.
Okay. And what did you have? You had.
All right, the Oculus exiled the entire graveyard.
Yeah, resolves.
Alright, I will attack you.
Yep.
Another clue.
Attack, get a second clue. Now we're going to Manifest Dread.
What's Manifest Dread? Do you look at 2?
I look at 2, I put 1 into the graveyard and 1 into the battlefield.
Okay.
Okay, Underground Sea, dumped it to the graveyard. Manifest Dread, everybody. So the face down card on Mario's side is a Manifest. Could be a Tamio, could be an Oculus, could be a Bowmaster, could be a Belflestrix, could be anything. What's the worst creature that could be under that Manifest? What would be the funniest creature to be manifested right now that would just blow your mind?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's right. I should have just played Echo waited one more turn and try to go on.
Pluto Delta cracked here by Mario. Yeah, Phyrexian Dreadnought would be a good one.
It being there meant I couldn't do 2 reanimates, so I tried to like bait it out.
Yep. That's a 2/2?
It is a 2/2.
Does it have any special abilities?
I can morph it or flip it face up equal to its converted mana cost. Only if it's a creature.
But does it have ward or fear?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Good question there. The Manifest does not have ward or anything like that. It's just, it's Manifest like from Fate Reforged, except it's put into play using a different ability called Manifest Dread. All right, so attacking. That's 7 damage coming in. Everybody watching drafted Fate Reforged, right, everybody? Did we... Raise your hand if you did not draft Fate Reforged.
Draw. I guess all you could just go. If he has a third, so I'd say try to make it.
These people.
You're right. I should have went illusionist first.
I'll go to discard.
Sorry. So in step, I will crack both my clues.
Yep.
Okay, both clues are going to get sacrificed here. Before show and tell discards to hand size, it looks like. Gonna discard an Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn, and then shuffle the graveyard into the library.
No, I know. Oh, there was like no more.
Well, a Vesuvian Drifter becoming an Emrakul could be really interesting. How are we going to execute that, though? Without it being an accidental situation, I don't know.
Oh, nice.
So 2 manifests now on Mario's side. 2 face-down cards in play. Manifested by the Oculus. Looks like Mario in a comfortable position now after Vesuvian Drifter was looking really scary early on. A Wasteland took out an Ancient Tomb, and it's been nothing from Show and Tell ever since. Which is kind of what these Show and Tell decks have happened to them sometimes. Big attack coming in. Tameo's going to hang back, though. Attacking for 9.
Well, it plays up main deck Lantern, and also has
Block this one.
And also, like, honestly, I don't even care about the deck so much because I'm just something.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, Vesuvian Drifter is blocking one of the manifests, which is a 2/2. 7 damage comes in. It was a Force of Will, the manifest.
Yes, sir. Trigger.
The manifest Dread on upkeep now. Plenty of permanents to sack if Vesuvian Drifter is an Emrakul, but not enough to survive a hit. Impulse. Okay.
4 cards.
And then just put it in the bottom. Right?
Yeah, keep one.
You have any Pioneer players watching?
No. So these go to the bottom. Take a look at the top cards. Move to combat.
Okay.
There's a copy of Archon.
Okay.
Okay, so Vesuvian Drifter is now an Archon of Cruelty, which is revealed on top of the deck. Good attack.
3.
Oh yeah, triggers first. Yeah.
Yep. 5. You go to 7. You discard. I draw, and then you discard a sack creature.
True. He doesn't play anything.
Okay, Thoughtseize was discarded by Mario. Now Mario's thinking about sacrificing a creature. Life totals for both players are getting kind of low. Sacrifices a Brazen Borrower manifested.
No.
Alright, sacrifices Tameo instead.
And then I die in the swing back. Good game.
Wow, that was very lucky.
Alright, so game 1 goes to Mario. That was close. Or an Oculus. Card's good.
I love it. That's actually my favorite.
Okay. Me too.
All right. Ancient Tomb. Pedal? Uh-oh.
Show and tell.
Okay, turn 1 show and tell. Force of Will. Pitching. Brainstorm. It's counter. All right. Stop the turn 1 show and tell.
Go.
No boys.
16. Play Keen Duelist.
What is this dude?
That's the
Keen Duelist. Card that maybe not all players are aware of.
damage equal to the
An
other.
interesting card.
And then we each draw the card.
I see. Okay.
It's kind of a weird Dark Confidant from one of the commander sets. I believe Strixhaven Commander. Or Commander 2022, or I don't know. But it's really cool in this show and tell deck. And if you just read the card while the text was up on your screen, you probably know why.
Could do more damage than that.
Oh, that's good. What are you going to target my Oh, that's right. I don't have any more targets.
The show and tell deck. I've played against a few times. It's got some really nasty tricks. Keen Duelist, one way of surprise winning the game. Thought Scour dumped a Oculus and a Shieldred's Edict into the graveyard.
Resolve.
Okay, pass to you.
There's also the unexpected disruption, like we saw a Chalice in game 1. Luinel, thank you for the resub. 55 months must be some kind of bug. This channel started during lockdown. Yeah, Luinel, time has, I don't know. Do we even want to talk about it? Belfast Strix, draw a card.
Top card. 0. So I go to 13.
It might be right. It might be right.
All right, first trigger for Keen Duelist did not work out so well. You're all good, Luinil. It's just crazy how much time has passed, as Hype Train Conductor Aviator points out. It feels like so much time just compacted in my memory.
Yeah, but they don't even pedal.
Long goodbye, trying to take out this Keen Duelist.
That sucks.
Yep.
Brain Surge.
Okay.
Okay, Brain Surge resolves. Mario's been able to disrupt quite a bit in this game. Got a little lucky maybe in game 1 as far as the show and tell player missing a lot of land drops.
No, it's top of deck.
Yes, sorry. So these 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was the
No
impulse.
worries.
Okay, so it's even better.
Yeah.
Okay, accidentally resolved Brain Surge's impulse there for a moment, which is kind of funny. Brain Surge is draw 4, put 2 on top. Sometimes people mix up Brainstorm and Ponder. Sometimes people mix up Brain Surge and Impulse. Unban Expressive Iteration. No, just kidding. That card would be way too powerful, right, everybody? It's basically Time Walk.
Yep, 2 back.
2 cards back on top. Pass the turn. Yeah, no one ever mixes up Brainstorm and Thalia, as Luinil points out. That's very true.
Attack.
11.
Before no blocks. All attempts.
So 12.
Ninja and pistol play.
Okay, Ninjutsu putting in Kaito Bane of Nightmares here. And probably the most powerful Planeswalker in Legacy right now, according to many in our community.
Okay.
I'm gonna 0 it.
Okay, gonna surveil now with Kaido. Dump 2 cards in the graveyard, one of them on Bowmaster, one of them on Undercity Sewer, and draw a card. So the Bane of Nightmares will be a faster clock than Belfast Strix was.
Tap this for 2. Fetch. Get on the island. Tap it. So 3 mana.
Doing my best to keep track of life totals here. Here's a show and tell on the stack. Yeah, maybe the Aether Spark will give Kaido a run. Very true. Very curious to see how Aether Draft affects Legacy. Force of Negation, getting Force of Will, pitching a show and tell. Pitching a Cunning Wish, actually, I think. All right, both players have put in a card. Atraxa on one side, Aborn Oculus on the other. I think Atraxa is a little bit more powerful.
Saves you ancient. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Show and tell. Force. Brain Surge. Chalice. Archon. Rebirth Engine.
Okay, some cards, interesting cards in there. The Rebirth Engine, Yggdrasil, and a Brain Surge, an Archon of Cruelty, a Vesuvian Drifter is in there. Taking a show and tell, it looks like. There's a Force of Will and a Brain Surge as instance. Chalice of the Void is in there. So show and tell, Force of Will, Archon of Cruelty. Thinking about either Yggdrasil, Rebirth Engine, or Chalice of the Void. Gonna go with Yggdrasil.
Oh, it's kind of.
One of the few cards from Assassin's Creed seeing play in Legacy is Yggdrasil Rebirth Engine. Getting some play in sneak and show decks and show and tell decks of various kinds.
I have myself at 18.
Yeah, I don't think I hit you at all.
Only the force and the fetch.
Yep, correct. So this goes to the bottom, Brain Surge to the bottom, Vesuvian Drifter, and these two lands. And then go to 5. Cast a show and tell. Wait.
Okay, show and tell getting cast. A second show and tell this turn. And a Belful Strix. We'll meet we'll meet an Archon of Cruelty on the table.
Second creature, lose 3, so 15. And I go up to 8. And you discarded a card? Oh. And I.
Engine and Explosives discarded.
Force.
Oh, a Force, a Polluted Delta, and you guard still, show and tell. And the Archon.
So the creatures on the board now on the show and tell side are Archon of Cruelty and Atraxa. And on the right we have Abhorrent Oculus and Kaido Bane of Nightmares with 4 loyalty. Looks like Mario's in some trouble here in game 2.
We'll attempt to bounce your Archon of Cruelty.
Petty Theft on Archon of Cruelty. Okay, that's going to resolve. Gonna down tick Kaido, tap down Yggdrasil. Is this a swing for lethal? Oh boy, it is a swing for lethal. Wow, no blue card to pitch to Force. Mario gets the match unexpectedly, won that game. GG's. It looked like Mario was defeated, but a petty theft into Kaido. I couldn't think of the name of the card. Kaido stunning an Atraxa and then attacking for the kill. Nicely played. GG's. GG's. Wow. Let's set up a poll for the Twitch chat to decide which match we'll watch next. Reanimator versus Dimir Delver. Reanimator versus Maverick. Or Dark Depths versus Is It Delver. 2 minutes to vote. Get your vote in. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join our Discord community if you're not in our Discord community. We have a webcam Legacy League up and running now. We're in our second week. If you see people joining the voice calls on our server, which are down here, Go ahead and join. Spectate some matches. Join the fun. And don't miss out. Let's see, do we have any more spoilers to look at? Can attack or block 7 or more cards in exile. Okay. What are the... Okay. Okay. Okay, coming up a little bit small. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards. Very interesting. Very interesting. Cycle Troll. Put a counter on my Mako. Interesting. Loot the Pathfinder card. Could be a hollow on All-Star, yeah. 30 seconds left on this poll, by the way. There's a poll happening now in the chat to decide which match we will watch next. It is up to you, people of the chat. And you're almost out of time. Cruel Mox reprint coming in. Kiviuk says, my son loves all the loot cards. He is waiting on this one too. You know what? That's good to hear. I hope all the younger than 20-year-old Magic players are enjoying this game as much as I did when I was a kid and when I was a teen. I kind of don't care what the adults think sometimes, if I'm being honest. Stefan contributed 1,200 channel points. Reanimator versus Rug is up next. Let's do it. We need that next generation of Magic players feeling happy, having a good time, feeling how I felt when I was playing this game as a kid. That's all I wish for. Diving into it.
Did I see you at Hex last month? You did, right? Or was it at a tournament when I saw you?
No, I saw you after.
Okay, David on the left with Dimir Delver. And on the right, we have Guy on Reanimator. Players getting ready to go.
I was here for the first night of the...
Do we know what flavor Reanimator is? I do. Many of you do not. I will allow this to unfold. I think it's more fun that way. Players getting ready to go.
All right, good luck.
High Train Conductor's Aviator speculating we might see a dragon. We might. We might. I don't know. Okay, it looks like both players kept 7. Unmask. Pitching Dance of the Dead.
What'd you hit? 2 bow masters. For sure.
That's going to resolve. Bolt, Force of Will, Brainstorm, Mishra's Bauble, Volt, Trop, Wasteland. Force of Will is taken.
Yep.
Twitch chat getting excited. Dance of the Dead, a big sign of what's to come. Some people of the chat know what's up already. Maybe some of you still not sure what's going on. That's okay. Dance of the Dead, basically, it's very similar to Animate Dead. I'll just say that. That's like a wall of text. You can look it up on your own, but it's basically just another Animate Dead effect. Here's Entomb. It puts a Traxa into the graveyard. And then we're passing the turn. Mishra's Bauble.
Okay.
So there's an Atraxa in the graveyard now. And slipped an Entomb in before any possibility of a Daze or Force of Will. Volcanic Island. Pass the turn, draw off the Bauble. It's a Bloodstained Mire for Guy. Thoughtseize. All right, gonna take another look at David's hand possibly here. Brainstorm and Response will resolve. There's a Thoughtseize on the stack. We've already seen it unmask. I played against Guy at this event. This Reanimator deck is capable of shredding your hand for sure. Thoughtseize resolving now. Trop, Misty, Bolt, Daze, Chain Lightning, and Questing Druid. Daze is selected. Chain Lightning, Bolt, Questing Druid.
Fetch.
Guy will fetch now with that Bloodstained Mire. Pretty much in the clear for a Reanimate if there is one. Basic Swamp.
Targeting tracks.
Combat.
Okay, it sounds like a Reanimate has been announced. Targeting a Atraxa.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to resolve. And let's see what Atraxa flips over.
Yep. I'm gonna scoop it up.
Okay, not the best, but David's gonna scoop it up. There was another Dance of the Dead and an Animate Dead in there, and the advantage of having an Atraxa on the board that early, too much to overcome in game one. So we're moving on to game two.
Line lined up, and I just have to play the land.
Yeah, casual. Hey, usually people are giving us shit for playing.
I'll try this.
So Guy is up a game. Reanimator deck doing what a Reanimator deck does: shred your hand and then reanimate some insane creature. Yeah, it's possible that Atraxa was chosen over Gristlebrand in case Lightning Bolt was a threat, which we knew it was, and then we saw the Chain Lightning as well after the Entomb. Getting ready for game two. It looks like a keep of 7, and Guy still shuffling. I feel like I hear people laughing in the background. What's up with that?
I'm gonna keep.
Okay, Guy is keeping. Sounds like one card is going on the bottom. There it goes.
I will play Bobble myself.
Yeah.
Bobble myself. Take a look. Do we have a fetch land to change the top of the deck? All right. Liked the card on top of the deck. Left it there. Drew it on Guy's upkeep. After playing a Flooded Strand. Good sign for David, I guess. Marsh Flats. Getting correct for Guy.
Okay, yeah, I would have taken that a brainstorm.
Finds a basic swamp. Just passing the turn. Okay.
Yeah.
animate dead target.
You've done all the work on yourself. It was a tricky one, but
Okay, Mr. Rainforest getting cracked. It's a Volk.
It's just a sideboard card for these matchups with Bowmaster. I wanted to have it. It's obviously good, but I just like needed my land. I don't know if you keep it on your game. So you go.
Brainstorm happening.
Yep.
Flooded Strand getting cracked.
yeah, well, that's true, but doesn't solve my problem.
Brainstorm?
Okay, here's a ponder for David. Taking a look at the top.
Waste your land. So you go.
Your top card? Mine? Yeah.
Okay, Bayou revealed on top.
We're gonna cycle Troll.
Swamp Cycling Troll of Khazad-dûm. Okay. Okay.
So you go.
On your upkeep, I'll draw.
Yep.
Draw. Yep.
Another basic swamp for Guy. They're Demonic Tutor and Chaos Orb swamps. Here's a Duress. Delver, Force of Will, Double Brainstorm, and Murktide Regent. Force of Will selected.
Four or five hands.
Twitch chat speculating on the Bayou. Yeah? Bayou does tell us something. Hatching Conductor Aviator pointed out it usually would mean a Witherbloom Apprentice Chain of Smog sideboard plan. Seeing a Bayou, that is.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Okay, here's Grafdigger's Cage. That is quite disruptive. It's going to resolve. Grafdigger's Cage is actually pretty good here.
I'm gonna flash in my Bowmaster, and I'm gonna shoot the Bowmaster. So you go.
Reanimate target Bowmaster.
Sure.
Okay, here's Murktide Regent. It'll be, looks like a 6/6. Murktide is in.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, Polluted Delta cracked here for Guy.
Oh yeah.
Another basic swamp. That one has, it looks like Haunter on it.
Sure.
Who'd you get to do all these?
What's that?
I said, who did you get to do all these?
Arcade Post,
Uh,
Mark Teddy, and Doug Schuler.
Oh, they're all there.
This is the artist from Chaos Orb, artist from
Mark
Tutor.
And then
And Arcade makes a lot of Pokemon.
All right, some story there.
Yeah.
Sedgemoor Witch. Okay. Sedgemoor Witch is in. Scary. There's a brainstorm. It's got Magecraft.
Four less.
Shake your strips. Move to combat. Swing for 3. Okay.
You gain 1.
Yes, that is correct. Thank you. You have 2 cards in hand?
Yeah.
Land, creature, sorcery.
Yes.
Your turn.
All right, then a Delver of Secrets. A Chain of Smog, as Twitch chat pointed out. Could be a combo win here. Here's Thoughtseize. Bolt the Sedgemoor in response, pay the ward.
You're gonna be at 6.
Okay, Sedgemoor Witch dies. Brainstorm and Daze revealed. Brainstorm is taken. Leaves a Daze face up. 6/6 Murktide and a Delver. I believe the ward trigger was remembered, if that's what Twitch chat was referring to. So Insectile Aberration now and a 6/6 Murktide. Ponder. Yeah, the Magecraft trigger, as far as I can tell, was remembered.
First I had you on the
Oh, you attacked first.
Oh, you're right.
beanstalk, and then I thought about it. I was like, no, she's got the glue manual. It's definitely not more
Swing for 9?
Okay, swing for 9. That drops Gi down to 1. It's going to be really hard to reanimate stuff now. Okay, so it's possible that Gi missed the trigger to make a pest when Thoughtseize was cast. That's true. That's true. I thought Twitch chat was talking about the bolt ward trigger, but I mixed up Magecraft and ward. Yeah, okay, so Twitch chat is absolutely right. There should have been a pest on Gi's side, but it was unlikely to matter given the current board, so it's fine. Moving on to game 3. Gi will be on the play. Good catch by Twitch chat. That's my bad.
Sure.
You still got mana up.
So it looks like a Multa 5 happening here.
Is the fetch gonna resolve, or is that an open question with TBD?
Good luck.
Okay, 2 cards on the bottom for Dave. Multa 5. Gi is on the play. A Magecraft trigger was missed. I missed it too. Yeah, the Magecraft mechanic was such a mistake. Which mechanics were mistakes? Tell us in the chat. Tell us in the comments. Which mechanics should they admit were a big mistake? Here's Entomb on turn 1, okay? Going for it. Entomb resolves. World Gorger Dragon, there it is.
You may play?
Sure.
Just the mean deck.
2.
Already max speed. Yeah, max speed might already be a mistake.
Okay. So that is resolved before I pass you over to Brainstorm.
All right, Delver of Secrets, pass the turn.
Very interesting.
There's a couple of things. One, I have the white removal, and so
We get a lot of people saying, like, just in Magic social media or whatever, saying Companion is like among the worst mechanics, but yeah, it like some of the cards were a little bit too powerful in Legacy and Modern and whatever, but I don't really know about Commander. I don't play Commander, but they were great in Limited, in my opinion. They even brought them back for a second Limited experience. I just don't know if that's fair to rank it among the worst. I don't know.
But was it? Yeah, for that one, it says it's the only
FP says Commander gives us mistakes. Yeah. All right, here's Delver. It's attacking just as a Delver. Dragon's Rage Channeler is in. High Train Conductor Aviator saying everybody needs to calm down.
Sure. Take 4 damage and dismember it.
There's a Dark Ritual.
Untap. Upkeep. It's a miracle. Cast it.
All right, people hate Companion. All right.
Results.
Play land. Sego.
Duress. What about fading? Was fading a mistake?
Can I have the attack with
Sure.
Brainstorm, Daze, Lightning Bolt. Daze is selected. Okay, Animate Dead, targeting World Gorger. Fetch in response, Brainstorm in response. See how this works out. There was mana to pay for Daze, but went for Daze over Brainstorm, and that could backfire here. But there's an Animate Dead on the stack targeting World Gorger Dragon. I think Brainstorm would have been the, in air quotes, correct pick. There's a surveil happening, and it looks like David's pausing to think.
Yeah, I'll keep it on top.
Kept it on top. Uh-oh. World Gorger Dragon and Animate Dead is interesting.
To 18.
You know how the combo works? You just keep flickering. But don't you need something else, or is it just those two?
So the way that it works is that I'm going to keep linking my whole deck in Surveil.
Oh, Surveil. Okay.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an Archon of Crew to the graveyard, and then I'm going to Surveil an Animate Dead or a Density Dead to the top of my library, and then I can just drain you for infinite. So the World Gorger Dragon keeps blinking, right? Until I surveil a Archon of Crew.
Because you get your lands. You get mana. Yeah. Nope. I was like, I know the combos in there.
All right. Infinite mana and the whole thing. World Gorger Dragon combo ends the match. Gee gets it. GG's. GG's. We're talking about either Drift in the Discord. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Find out which cards are hot and which are not immediately. Which is mildly interesting. I would say. Yeah. right, stick around for a raid, everybody. That wraps it up for me for today. Stick around for the raid. You'll get some channel points. You'll use them on the next stream to rig polls and all that fun stuff. Peace out.